Hi everyone, my name is David McKeever. This is Richard Hundley. We are brokers here in Stockton with Advance One McKeever Real Estate, and we're here today to give you the Stockton housing market trends and also give you our opinion on why we think this market is getting ready to take off.
Okay, and as you can see on our chart here, last month we did have the drop off. We dropped from 227 pendings down to 195. Our solds dropped from 249 down to 200 on the solds. So you can see that we dropped off. We're still keeping up with a few months ago, so the drop isn't that bad considering a lot of buyers and sellers are still in shelter in place. So look out for a few more months from now.
So what this market is modeling is very much what we see in November and December of each and every year. As you can see, our pending sales are 195. That's our pending sales for December were 196. And so people have asked me a lot how the market's doing, and I tell them the month of April, the month of March very much resembled what we see at the end of each and every year during the holiday season. One good piece of news last month was an increase in new listings that came on the market. You can see it on the chart here. Went from 356 up to 392 new listings. So if you're a buyer in the marketplace, we have more listings on the market for you to choose from, which is good. I want to get into our months of inventory on the next slide here. So as we saw on the last slide, the pending sales in April dropped and the new listings went up. So what that has caused is our month of inventory ratio to go up to what you see is 2 months of inventory. So that means if no other home was placed on the market, it would take 2 months for all the current listings to sell. Now, what this measures is whether the market is a seller's market or a buyer's market. So generally anything on this chart that states 3 and below is generally still a seller's market. So while we did see a huge increase in listings last month, they are still not enough listings to make it or cause it to trend over into a buyer's market. So we're technically still in a seller's market. We'll see what happens in June and in the next months. Richard's up next. He's going to talk about days on market.
Okay, and on this chart, surprisingly enough, from last month to this month, our days on the market dropped off 30%, from 48 to 33. Wow, that's a good indicator of what's going on. We had some serious buyers out there that, just bought up all the listings. Another real impressive number is this one up here, which is basically the sale price versus the list price. And we have always been in the high 90s forever, for about 2 years now, but it's at 99%. That means if a house were for sale for $100,000 that is sold for $99,000. So real impressive numbers considering what we're going through, and it just looks like the future, very near future, looks very good.
All right, so I want to give you our reasons why we think this market's getting ready to take off, and I want to bring you the most relevant and latest information that I can. So I pulled up this data. Data comes from Showing Time. Showing Time is a company that tracks the amount of showings nationwide, the amount of people are going to visit homes. So I want to take you back to when the shelter in place first started in mid-March. So look what happened this is the 2020, the orange line here. In the mid-March, showings on listings just tanked. And as expected, people stayed home and they were told to stay home, so nobody was looking at homes. So as April ticked around, it kind of leveled off the first couple weeks. Still nobody was showing homes as much. But here in the tail end of April, as you can see, what is this chart doing? The amount of showings have started to take off here at the tail end of April and up into May, which means more buyers are out into the market, more buyers are shopping for homes. And I think that's a great indication of why the days on market fell so quickly last month to just 33 days. We're getting more buyers out into the market. People are starting to realize that this could be coming to an end. So as my opinion, as the shelter in place lifts and I think this real estate market's just going to get ready to take off, and more people are going to be going back to work. I do anticipate more of a V-shaped recovery, and if you're thinking about selling your home, there are buyers in the market. And if you're thinking about buying a home, now would be the time, if possible, to get into this market before everybody else does. You can already see that showings are turning around. You might want to get ahead of the curve and start looking sooner rather than later. I would love to hear your comments. I want to hear what you think about where the market's going. Comment below, let me know. Whether you disagree or agree with me, let us know in the comments below. Please hit subscribe button if you could. We really appreciate you guys watching today. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.